and thank you for tuning in to this edition of Pets on Parade. I am Courtney Zanetti, and I'm the Director of Community Outreach here at the Humane Society of the Treasure Coast. Beside me today is the lovely and talented Melanie Zaravelis, and she is one of our very important cat care volunteers.
Thank you, Courtney. It's great to be here today.
So today we are going to be featuring some of our adorable kittens. We have a couple hamsters. Well, a fun story to share with you about the hamsters, so stay tuned, and some really special dogs that we hope that you'll find special and maybe adopt, after watching this issue. So now we have the lovely Barbara Greiner standing. She's coming on up, and she's going to introduce us to Raleigh.
This is Raleigh. Raleigh is very nervous, and she's going to jump in a minute.
It's okay.
She's 5 months old, I think. She's transferred to us from another shelter who was overcrowded. I'm glad we had room for her, 'cause she's a very sweet kitty.
So you can't really hear it, but
She's shaking. She's more
she
nervous.
is shaking.
It's either-
And the interesting thing right now, which is actually kind of cool to share with the viewers, they can't hear it, but I can explain it. Raleigh's actually purring.
She's purring.
So people are
along
like,
with the
oh,
shake.
she's a happy kitty. She's purring. Actually, quite the contrary. Kitties actually, they purr. They do indeed purr when they're happy and content, but they also purr when they're heightened, in anxiety or maybe fear. And so I don't think this sweet girl is purring because she's happy. I think she's a little nervous. But she's a lovely little girl.
Kitty.
And
She's a good
you can see she recently had surgery, and so she is ready to go
She's ready
home.
to go. Come and get her. She's a good kitty.
She's a 5-month-old kitten, yes, but kittens can actually have kittens at 6 months old. So it's really important, and Melanie can touch upon that, how important it is to alter your pets. And that's why when we adopt out, all of our cats and dogs are spayed and neutered.
Yes, absolutely. The amount of litters a grown female cat can have in a year would just astound you.
Thousands
Yeah.
upon thousands. Offspring, when you count their offspring, not necessarily litters, but actual offspring. Next up, we've got Joel Madden. And Melanie, who is Joel showing us today?
Joel is showing Casper, who is 5 months old.
Hello. So Casper is a 5-month-old female, and she has transferred in here quite recently from another shelter. And she is very, very sweet. She happily came out of her cage. She's a little more skittish here, but
I was just about to say, she doesn't appear
There we
camera
go.
shy. Look at her, quite the show off.
she's getting over that quite quickly.
She's a pretty kitty. Oh, look at her, hi.
No stage fright here.
No. Hi, oh, and she's making muffins. She's kneading on my paper. I think she thinks, she'll get a blanket or something warm there. But no, sweet cheeks, not today, unless someone comes and adopts you.
And so she currently is on the schedule to, as Courtney earlier alluded to, become altered, at which time she'll go through a short recovery, and then she will be presented for adoption in about a week or so. So we're really looking forward to you stopping by and taking a look at her.
Thank you so much, Joel.
Hi.
All right, folks. Next up, we've got the lovely Mary Jane. Oh, and Mary Jane's got an itty bitty. Mary Jane, who are you holding today?
This is Mimi, and Mimi is 3 months old, and she was found in a car engine at an apartment complex and brought to the Humane Society, and she will be spayed soon, and then she will be available for adoption. Would you like to come down and see them?
Just an itty bitty.
Okay.
So Mary Jane, maybe tell us if someone's interested in perhaps adopting a kitten, because technically all the kitties we're showing today, they're all kittens.
Yes.
What would, a potential adopter maybe look for or need in their home to prepare for their newest addition?
Everything. A good litter box. I like the kind with a lid, and soft food, and a little bit of chumpies. I call them the hard, wet food, and lots of love, and lots of little cubbies and spaces to hide in to make them feel comfortable when they first come home. Absolutely. And get used to them sleeping with you in your bed.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
I just want to add, Mary Jane writes amazing descriptions on our Facebook about our cats. I don't know if everybody has seen this, but they make me laugh every time. You really do a great job, Mary
We're
Jane.
still trying to get Rip from Yellowstone to come and
Yes,
visit the cat that
please.
loves Rip from
No
Yellowstone.
plugging or anything.
No plugging or anything, but Rip, if you're out there or anyone you know is listening,
Cole Hauser, that's who
Cole
we're
Hauser,
looking for.
excuse me, yes, Cole Hauser.
Maybe if we name a
Mimi
cat
loves
after him.
Cole Hauser.
Also, I would like to introduce you all to this month's Volunteer of the Month. So,
Thank you very much.
Our animals are so important to us and near and dear to our hearts, but our volunteers are very special. And everyone who's here today is just, we couldn't do what we do without our volunteers. And the lovely Mary Jane is this month's Volunteer of the Month. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, next up, this is fun. Diane has her hands full. Thankfully, she's strong and able-bodied. Diane Young has a hamster, folks. This is a special treat because she's a mama. Diane, will you talk a little bit about Churro?
Yes, Churro has, I believe, 8 babies.
8.
And so we have 8 little ones that we have here at the Humane Society. And Churro's an adult. And the thing about hamsters, they're just so much fun to watch because all of a sudden she'll be twirling around in her little wheel. She'll be running around her cage. And now she's looking away from the camera. But maybe
There we go.
There we go.
She's coming back.
They're easy to care for. Their cages are relatively easy to take care of. But one of the things that's really important about them is, particularly when you first get them, it may take a little time and a little patience for them to bond with you so that you can easily reach in and pick her up, because you don't want to frighten her. They can get very frightened or very stressed out easily. But I've just been sitting here watching her, and when they also are self-cleaning, and that is quite a trick to watch because they sort of wipe their little hands and then they wipe their little face, and they have quite a good time entertaining you while they're getting clean. But you don't ever have to wash them, but they can have a sand bath.
They love sand baths.
They love a sand bath, so they put a little sandbox in there and they roll around in it, and any oil or that would just come right off. So they're a fun, fun pet to have.
They're very easy to, and low maintenance, as long as you have a cage big enough for them to exercise. Interestingly enough, hamsters, different types, there's different breeds of hamster or species, and the Syrian hamsters, which I think we're familiar with the teddy bear hamster, they tend to be a little bit bigger, right, than the robos. And so you want to make sure that their wheel has room and that it's big enough for them. You don't want to put a teddy bear hamster and maybe a 4-inch, 5-inch wheel. There's larger wheels, like 8 inches, and that makes them a lot more comfortable to exercise and run. And if they're not using their wheel, it's likely because it's not the right size, because hamsters love to run, they love to play. They're very noisy at night. So you might be sleeping and hear quite a commotion, and believe it or not, these little guys or girls can make quite a bit of noise. In fact, I had someone staying at my house and they thought someone was trying to break in with all the noise, and they move things around, and it's really kind of comical. But they're great little pets. Like she said, just give them time to bond. They have poor vision and poor hearing, and so you just need to make sure that when you're going in their kennel, their cage, you're not doing it very quickly or suddenly. That might alarm them. Thank you, Diane.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we are excited to introduce you to some of our great canines, and we have quite a few to show you this afternoon, so stay tuned. All right, folks, welcome back. Here we are at the lovely outdoor play yards here at the Humane Society of the Treasure Coast, where the animals get to get some exercise and play and be off leash and just enjoy like beautiful weather we have today. So this is our lovely volunteer, Lexi McIntyre. And Lexi, I'm going to let you introduce who you're featuring today.
This is Bud. He's a 3-year-old stray. He's a wonderful dog, medium size, and he's about 35 pounds. And he loves to play. Watch this. Go get it. Go get it.
You can let him go too.
Okay, I can let him go. Okay. And he loves the cat hat.
He's a little bit clumsy with his legs. He likes to jump. So we offer, the great thing here at the Humane Society is we offer basic obedience. And I think this little boy would do great with a little bit of just, you know, positive reinforcement and some basic training. He is very motivated with toys and treats. So, you know, that's something to consider if you're looking to adopt. Something to also think about is who that special someone is in your life. You know, we've got Valentine's Day coming up, folks, and what better way to celebrate the holiday than with a fur baby, a new fur baby to welcome into your family and love on. You know, share a little love this Valentine's Day with some of our animals, because we got plenty, that's for sure.
He is a leaner too.
Oh, I know, he jumped on me, he wanted to dance, he wanted to do the tango or the salsa. We've got Paws and Claws coming up, and this year's theme is One Hot Havana Night. This little man loves to dance. We'd love to see you on the dance floor. It's March 4th at Hudson's on the River. It's our largest premier fundraiser. It brings in about $300,000 to help fur babies like this crazy man. So we hope that you'll see this event as one that you might want to attend and celebrate with us. And you have any questions, you can certainly go on our website, hstc1.org. All right, folks, we have someone special to introduce you to. Andy, our lovely volunteer. Andy, who are you showing today?
This is Lowrider, and he's a 5-year-old bulldog mix. He came in as a stray, but then he went to foster. He came back through no fault of his own. The foster had to go through chemo. But she said that he's housebroken, he doesn't mind his crate, he's very lovable, he's perfect. And he likes cats.
Oh, awesome.
All good things. Now, Andy, how old is he again?
He's 5.
He's 5.
Yep.
I was wondering because he looks like a little bit older in the gray hair,
Yeah.
but that's deceiving for all of us, folks.
Yeah. He
but-
loves attention. I
Hey.
was just sitting with him and he just
Low
leaned
ri-
right into you. He loves it. He loves it.
Lowrider, come here. Come here. Lowrider. Lowrider, treat. One treat. There we go. There we go. All right, folks.
He's very sweet.
There we go. All right. Well, maybe Lowrider will find his family here soon.
Yep.
All right, we're back, folks. And no, this is not a polar bear. It looks a little bit like it, and it's a little chilly today, but we have a beautiful Great Pyrenees that Sean's going to tell you.
Sugar. Sugar is a 3-year-old female Great Pyrenees mix. She's not 100%, but she's got a lot of Great Pyre in her. She weighs 85 pounds, hence the polar bear reference. Sugar is sweet as sugar. I'll see if I can get her to do her tricks. Sugar. Can you do your paw? Paw? Good girl.
Oh,
And down.
Sean.
Sugar paw. Down. Oh, now she did the down. Good girl. Good girl. So we've had her for a while. Not every giant dog is going to be a quick placement. She's very friendly. She is a lot of dogs, so we would recommend a strong handler and probably no small kids, just for the sheer reason that she could knock them over. These breeds are strong. They do have a strong personality. If people are familiar with the breed, it's probably would be a better match. They like to be busy. They like to have something to do.
Like working dogs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're typically, like, if I'm not mistaken, like farm dogs. So,
For instance, this isn't a dog that you're going to want to be adopt and then leave home all day because she needs to have stuff to do. Sugar.
she'll entertain herself.
Sugar.
But she's really sweet. She's a little skittish, and I think it's probably just because I'm unfamiliar to her, and so she's probably checking me out. But Sean's got some really stinky, smelly treats, which I'm sure are winning her
those
love.
are the freeze-dried livers.
There we go. She likes
So
freeze-dried
she
livers.
is definitely showing them how beautiful she is. So
Yeah.
again, Sugar, 3 years old, 85 pounds of pure
Love.
sugar.
You want to sing for us, Sean?
No, you don't want to say. Sugar, 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 oh, honey, honey.
There you go. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks for having us, Court.
Who is this lovely little, not so little pup you've got?
Somewhat little. So today I have Scout. I've had Scout before, but she deserves all the attention. Scout is about, I want to say like 10 years old. She's definitely a senior, but she has a lot of life left. Super sweet. Likes treats.
Oh.
Yeah, she's playful too. We'll get some shots of her playing around. She's got a life left.
We talk about treats a lot, and you maybe heard me mention the stinkier the better. So our dogs are really responsive to hot dogs and Cheese Whiz and peanut butter. So that's why we say the stinkier the better, because you're gonna get a much better response with one of those than maybe if you give them a good old milk bone. John, are you shoving any hot dogs in your pockets or peanut butter?
Got a whole mixer down there.
But yeah, do you like to play fetch?
She does.
She does? Should I try it?
Yeah.
You ready to go play? You want to go play? Now watch. Can you catch it? I don't want to throw it at your face. Ready? Catch. Oh wow. She's really great at fetch, folks.
Scout.
Are you gonna throw it? Throw it.
Yeah, Scout. Pay attention. No.
All right, last but not least, folks, we have Karen Maxwell here to tell us about a very special, hopefully short-term resident.
Well, we do save the best for last, and this is Nevins. So Nevins is new, and all of you terrier fans here, oh, here he is. Don't get too close to me, sir, with that thing. Anyway, he is 1 year old. He's only 16 pounds. He is having a bad hair day because he was just neutered, and I took off his cone so he could have his big television debut. So he does like to, yes, he likes the balls. There we go. I just found that out because he is new.
There we go. Oh, you got 2 balls.
Yes.
Oh, you're guarding them.
Anyway, anybody who's looking for a smaller dog at only 16, he is thin, but still, he's not going to get much bigger than this. He's already, we estimate, about 1 year old, and I think he's going to clean up very nicely, aren't you?
Nevins, there's a third one. Good ball.
Yeah, I mean, I've been walking him all day, all afternoon, I'd say, by the other dogs, and he is fine. He's not intimidated at all. I think he thinks he's as big as that Sugar is, that Great Pyrenees, but he's not. Anyway, come to the Treasure Coast and Humane Society and see our lovely Nevins. He is really a great dog.
All right, that's it for today, folks. We hope you'll tune in next time for Pets on Parade, and we wish you a lovely, lovely week ahead.